Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am continuing the message from the other day to the Divine Feminine. It was like a to be continued. The title was Time to Choose You. And it's the energy from 222, from the 222 portal. And I was just waiting for the rest of the message to come out at the end. I said that Spirit was going to make time for me to be able to set time aside for the next part of the message. And we had to go through what we went through in the meantime. And did set up the time for me to be able to do it today. Like, I had a couple of other things on my schedule today that just got canceled the other day. It's so funny because the way things work, I'm like in awe today. I have this giddy, shit-eating grin on my face all day long. I just texted someone a little bit ago and I said, I just realized that I'm walking around all day, all morning, on my walk I went on this morning, and I'm listening to, there was a reading that, Pick a Pile reading by White Feather Tarot. If you've never seen her, she's amazing. She's like, I feel like she's my spirit animal or something. She's just, she is like the epitome of the expression of my inner dreamer. And every time I listen to her, it taps into that beautiful, magical side of myself that believes in the magic of everyday life and stuff like that. So I just listened to one of her pick-up piles, and there were so many synchronicities in it from the last couple of days that I'm just sitting there smiling just shit-eating grin on my face the whole time. And walking around this morning, what am I even smiling about? It's like the synchronicities have started in the last couple of days too. But even just getting out of bed this morning, it was like, oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Nonstop. I see what you did there. I see what you... And it's so amusing to me. It's so amusing. It just makes so much sense. I could never even explain all of these synchronicities to people. But I also, I did the ritual that I normally do every single morning, and I get out of my head whatever it is that feels denser, that feels hard, it feels stuck, or just thoughts that are there that just need a place to live outside of my head. And no shame, no judgment in them, just put them down on paper. I usually start with, why is this so hard? What is it that's making this so hard? And then I'll end it with, how can this be easy? And the notebook that I was using, I came to the very end of it, and in the back of the notebook, on the very last pages, I had written a letter to my dad as healing. He wasn't doing very well at the time, and I just had this sense, I don't know, I had this feeling like, what if he were to pass tonight? What would I want to say? And throughout what I wrote, there was just this forgiveness and peace, an expression of how I really felt about a lot of things that happened, but also this desire for peace in my heart, and really coming to a place of being able to let go of resentment and judgment and the energy that he imprinted on me. That was not mine, that it was his, that I've been carrying around, this heaviness that I've been carrying, this piece of him, this dark piece of him that I've been carrying around for a very long time. And I wrote it, I don't even know how long ago it was. I didn't have a date on it. It was months and months and months ago, maybe even about a year ago. And it was meant for now. It was meant for today. And I was writing something, and I was kind of bouncing back and forth between, a higher perspective and anger and resentment and wanting to say this, but then going back to this, and then wanting to say this. And then there was a couple of things that I was saying, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, why is this so hard? Wrote it in all capital letters. Why is this so hard? Literally those words that I write down every single day, that this habit that I only just started maybe 2 months ago or something. Every morning, getting these thoughts out of my head, writing down, why is this so hard? And then writing down all those thoughts. And over a year ago, it was those words too. It was like, and just the synchronicity of that. And the fact that I was on the very last page of this book too. I don't need to write those things down anymore. I don't need to write down why is this so hard anymore, because it's not going to be hard anymore. It's not supposed to be hard. It's not going to be hard anymore. Like I could just see that just by coming to the very last page, seeing how it's come full circle to the expression of what I was writing to him over a year ago. And just really having this desire for peace in my heart and letting go of the pain and heaviness that I had been carrying around. It's like I could see so clearly how it was coming full circle. And I was at the end of it, 6:15 on my recording, which is my birthday. Synchronicity is just like that all morning long. It's like speaking the language of the universe. I didn't realize how much I've missed communicating with the universe openly. And I feel like I've come to a place of some sort of peace of mind. Something has shifted. Something has opened up. This weekend was very big for sunshine and the sun coming in and light codes and rainbow codes. And there were these CMEs that hit the earth yesterday, today, really. But for me, I felt the effect of them for the last 3 or 4 days. Heightened intuition, just the feminine. So present. And a lot of messages coming along with that. So I'm just walking around like full of magic again, full of wonder, full of dreams and hopes. And it's like hope. The sun is shining again inside of me. It's so crazy. Something deep has been released from my sacral chakra, and that's something I was talking about in that last video. If you haven't watched it yet, go back and watch that one first. So I wanted to come on and fill in the second half of this message. If I can get it out. Just like this giddy little schoolgirl. That's something that I said earlier too. Like I'm walking around smiling like an idiot. This shit-eating grin, as if I know something. And I don't even know what that is. I'm just smiling about something, and I don't even know what that is. It doesn't matter. It's like my little girl, my inner girl, has been allowed to believe in magic again. And to not be embarrassed by that, or not judge that, or let other people judge that, or like magic is real. I don't care what any of you say. I even drink I don't have it up here anymore. But I have all of these different coffee mugs, and they all say something different, and I just stand in front of my cabinet every day, and I'm like, what energy are we going for today? And I had to drink out of my mug that says White Witch on it. And I did this ritual this morning where I burned some intentions that me and this mentorship group that I met with this weekend, that we set to let go of and also to let in. I did a ritual to burn those, and I did something else with the ashes themselves, and it's just so beautiful. It was very witch-like. It was very just the energy of all of it is just, there's something really magical going on right now. I don't know if you can feel it or can just feel it from me. You may not feel it yourself, but if you can feel it from me, then just like let yourself just open up and just take it. Just let me give it, some of it to you. That believing, that dreaming, that hope for my highest timeline, for your highest timeline, for you to be you. So that was the message in the last video was dear feminine, choose you. It's time for you to choose you. Some of you are doing that today. Like you're being given a choice today. Some of you are going to be choosing between 2 things, two people, two options, two jobs, it's the flow of that 2-2-2 energy. 10-10 on my recording just now. Two is a big number. Some of you are getting to choose to come into a pair instead of choosing life alone. And it was a choice that you were making to be alone, to be independent, to find your independence, but a lot of it came from survival mode and protecting yourself from pairing or taking a partner, like a romantic partner. For some of you, it is about collaborating with other people and working with other people. It's like, I'm such an introvert, I have to do things on my own and blah, blah, blah. I'm just seeing the merge. You're being given the choice in timelines. You're being given a choice between two timelines. Again, I had mentioned in the last video, there is a video from a long time ago there's a video that I channeled from Jesus saying, are you in or are you out? I'll go back and look for that and link that in the box below if that interests you. And it was a choice between two timelines, not realizing that there's actually a timeline in the middle also. It's almost like this invisible, magical timeline that's going to appear for you. You may think that you have to choose between two people, but it's actually like when you choose yourself, this new timeline opens up where you pair with the one that matches that in you. Some of you are choosing that today. Like, you have to make a decision today. And there's a couple of cards that came out. This first one is Narrow Pathway, so tread thoughtfully. That, again, I feel like is the reflection of, I can see those two timelines in those cards. I will definitely, if that resonates with you, go back and watch that video. I'll link it in the box below. Tread lightly, but also thoughtfully. Just know that whatever it is that you're deciding on today, or whenever you see this, do it in a way that is filled with light and filled with joy and hope and belief in yourself and belief in the path. And, let's say that you decide to end a relationship, and it could be a romantic relationship, or it could be a relationship with your employer who you've been with for a very long time, or it's about bringing it and finding peace in it and bringing it to a place and just saying, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with me. It's just not aligned. I'm just choosing a different timeline, one that feels more aligned. And I've been trying to choose that for a while, and I was afraid to let go before. I was afraid of loss, or I was afraid of, a lot of you are facing like the fear of loss. But there is this hope, this magic, this understanding. Feel it. There's this understanding that it's not a loss because you're going to be gaining so much. It's just redirection. It's just a choice to let go of something that was never really yours in the first place. It was not meant to be claimed. It was not yours. So it's not a loss. For some of you, it's about letting go of a person, understanding that they were never yours. They're somebody else's. They're someone else's person. And you are someone else's person. So it's not a loss. They were never yours and you were never theirs. And so you get to turn this way and choose the timeline where you walk towards your person. And a lot of you are stepping onto a timeline where you choose to partner. That it's not based out of need. And it's not that you need to be with anyone. You can fill your own needs, and you're very independent, and you have done so much work on yourself to not be codependent or insecure or need to attach to someone else. Or even to, I'm seeing a job too, or even to a job, to something that pays you and is secure and is sure and blah, blah, blah. it's almost like you're choosing to partner, like walk away from a corporate job or something like that and take on a partner. Like a partner is coming in to your realm when you decide that it's not about you, it's not about the money. It's about happiness. It's about being aligned, and this job just doesn't align with me anymore. I am choosing that, knowing that I'm going to be collaborating in a different way. I don't know who I'm collaborating with yet. I haven't found that partner yet. They haven't found me, but I believe that they are there. And I had been thinking all along that I was going to create my own business and it was going to be me. And I've been struggling against like not being able to do it on my own because you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to. You're supposed to be creating a business with somebody else. And they're going to complement you like perfectly. But you have to surrender first. You have to surrender. So for some of you, it's about a relationship. For some of you, it's about a job. And some of you are going to be making that decision today. So congratulations. Like, it doesn't feel heavy at all. It doesn't feel like a heavy, hard decision. It was scary before. The unknown is scary. But what's being released in the feminine is the fear, her feeling unsafe by not being able to see. The feminine has to, she's the seer, she is the oracle, she is the sight and vision, and she feels very unsafe when she can't see. And there's something there that you've surrendered to the unknown, knowing that even though I can't see, I know that something around me is meant to see that for me. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the alchemy of that and trusting. I trust that it's there anyway, even though I can't see it. So there's this shift from needing to see something in order to believe it into believing it first and then seeing it. There's this light that has come into your field that feels so strong. I can almost see it because I feel it so strongly. I just know that it's there. I know that my partner, I know that my person is there. I know that my business partner is there. I know that my abundance, my flow, my highest timeline is right there. And I get to choose it. I get to choose it regardless of how I get to it. You're like right on the verge of that right now. Okay. For some of you, if they just want me to talk about my mentorship program again, the group session. So I have individual sessions in this program, individual sessions, and then also group sessions. The group session that we had this weekend was just like blows my mind. The energy that was there, the power that was there, and we are creating the foundation of this tribe, this network of people. So if that interests you and you're ready to do the work, to find who you are, email me. There's more people that are going to be in that group, so I just wanted to throw that out there. Miracles, expect the wondrous to emerge. Another synchronicity was something that came up last night from Jesus in one of the books that I had. I was talking to a friend of mine from one of the people in the mentorship group, and this just opened up right to the page that said, miracles, you can't control miracles. Miracles happen outside of you trying to control the circumstances. So release the expectation and let them happen. Let them happen. You have to release control in order to let them happen in the flow. This is like such a magical, believing in magic again, believing in your magic, believing in medicine, believing in the flow and alignment of the universe, believing in energy, believing in vibration, believing in your intuition, believing in the sun, believing in light, seeing, letting yourself see in a different way. Again, rainbow blessings. Blessings are showering your life. I've been seeing so many rainbows all weekend long. There's something in your chakra system that has come into alignment in a way that it never has before. So this decision that you're making, tread thoughtfully. And think with your heart, not with your mind, right? That's a different kind of thoughtfulness. And when you do that, it's going to flow into all of this. Like something really amazing is opening up for you. This year, I see a lot of twin flame energy here. It's almost as if you're opening up to the spark of life inside of you when you awakened to the twin flame journey. Some sort of magic was awakened in you, and then there was a part of you that went into survival mode and shut down at some point because it was connected to another person. It was dependent on another person. And there's a part of you that feels the separation of you and your source, and the split of you from you. Really, there is someone who mirrors that for you, your person, whether you resonate with twin flame or not. But there's a spark of life that's happening again. I said something in one of my videos too about just like wanting to live. I just want to live again. I just want to go from surviving to thriving. And I feel like I've been waiting around to live. I've been waiting for my life to start. I've been waiting to see the evidence of what I already know is there. And then I lose hope and I lose hope. And there's something about, I just want to live. I just want to start living again. And there were major activations that happened this weekend that are opening you up to your life, and you get to choose it. You get to choose to not be alone in this life. And that doesn't necessarily just mean a romantic relationship, like I have to be in a partnership. But there's a part of you that desires a partnership that you've been denying because of some sort of shame, because some kind of judgment about you that says you can't do that on your own, or you're codependent, or something like that. You've been denying the desire to be in a partnership. And you haven't allowed yourself to hope for that. You're happily ever after. It's like you've been denying your dreamer, the dreamer inside of you that believes in real connection, real. I can have those things that I want. I can have all of those things that I want. It's not a dream. It's not, it is a dream, but it's not a fairy tale that doesn't exist. It exists because I think it, because I feel it, because I say it exists. That's the magician in you. That's the magician in me. You can have anything that you want. So what is that? What is that? Choosing these miracles in your life. Ask for what you want. Ask for what you want. Make your wish. That's what the universe is telling you right now. Really think about this. Think about it. What is it that you're dreaming of? What is it that you want in your life? What do you want? Decide. Choose it and make it happen. Just by wishing for it, just by desiring it. And it will exist. And then you allow it to flow into you. A lot of you are healing your inability to receive those blessings, to receive the light. There's something that came up the other day too about, it's called cognitive bias, where you're constantly looking for darkness or red flags or the bad things in order to prepare yourself in case they were to show up. It's like something that's, ingrained in us, in our DNA, for survival mode, in order to be able to survive. It's cognitive bias. So you're always going to look for that first. And right now there's a shift in you that's learning how to receive and see all the really beautiful things, all of the things that you're asking for, that you're manifesting. They're there. You're just not noticing them because you're noticing all of the red flags first. You're noticing all of the things that you should protect yourself against first. And it's blinding you to, and I did say that in my last video too, like flying blind, not noticing the light around you, the things that you have manifest, the things that you've been asking for, the things that you are consciously creating in your life, those things are starting to show up. You're just not noticing them. And if you don't notice them, you can't manifest more of them, because it's like when you're manifesting, you have to believe that it exists, and then the proof will show up. You have to be the vibration of that. And then just be it, just have that faith, even though you haven't seen the proof of it. Stop looking for all the things that go against that say, oh no, well, you can't have that because it's all of this. And that proof is the proof of your old manifestations. The proof of the vibration that you actually are, that you're consciously working on and asking for and trying to maintain, positivity, gratefulness, all of these really beautiful things in your life, they're trying to show up for you. You have to start noticing them. You have to start noticing them in a different way. They're showing up in little obscure ways that you're not noticing. So I really want my person. They're showing up in someone else's, the way that someone else talked to you, or the way someone else said something to you, or in a reading that you watched, or something like that. That person, the energy of that person, the energy of that job, the energy of that money is showing up in the expression of someone else in a way that you didn't expect. Pay attention to that and notice that and say, oh, that's what I've been asking for. It's just like a small piece of the puzzle. It's not the whole puzzle just yet, but it is a small piece of the puzzle. Amazing. Okay, I'm going to keep going with that then. It's working. The proof that it's working, 111 on my clock right now, right there, is validation that it is working. You are speaking the language again. Your magic is back. So choose to embrace it. Choose you. Choose what you want. Choose you. If you choose to start calling in another person, I choose partnership. I choose to not be alone. I choose to not do this life alone anymore. Sometimes that means like a tribe of people. I'm letting my friends back in again. I'm letting in, whatever it is. I'm letting in abundance. I'm letting myself have fun. I'm letting myself go on that vacation. I'm choosing me. I'm choosing to connect with people again. The time of separation is over. The time of quarantine is over. The quarantine that you've been facing in your heart, the deepest space and wound that caused separation from your source, from you in the first place, that's what's being healed. And you get to choose to open up again. Open up to what you want and receive it. Okay, that's the message. There's a lot of like twin flame energy here right now. So the twin flame in you embracing what that is inside of you, what it means, what the purpose of it, what you're supposed to be doing with the light inside of you. That's being ignited again right now. Okay? So we'll talk more about that as it comes up, but that's really beautiful. That's really beautiful. First light, beginning a new cycle. Amazing. Something is dying off right now. There's a part of you, there's a heaviness, there is resentment, there is judgment of yourself, judgment of you, something inside of you that you're letting go of now, and you're beginning a new cycle. The sun. It's like this, I don't know if there's an eclipse coming up or it's because of the equinox or I don't know what it is, but we are coming into a cycle of the sun, whatever that means. Okay? All right, guys. Love you.